Hello and welcome to another video from Sandra at Sandra's Stamp & Craft Studio. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in Norfolk in the United Kingdom. And today I will be using one of my favourite suites from the Stampin' Up catalogue. Today I am joining in the Crafters Video Collaborations vlog hop, and we have a Christmas card theme this month. So let me take you down onto the craft table and let me share with you what I'm going to be creating for you today. Today I will be sharing with you a Z-fold card using the Brightly Gleaming Christmas Specialty Designer Series papers. Now all of the papers in this series have this beautiful copper tone metallic running through it, and I love this suite. I hope you enjoy what I'm going to be creating for you today. We are starting with a half sheet of cardstock. Our UK measurement is 21 centimetres by 14.85 centimetres. We will be scoring this in half at 10.5 centimetres through the middle, and then we will be scoring again one side at 5.25 centimetres. So it's 5. Yeah. Pause. This will create our Z fold, as we have that will fold it in half, and this one will fold back on itself, and we will bone folder those shortly. The layer for the inside of the card is cut at 19 centimetres by 8.5 centimetres. We will be scoring this at 8 centimetres to make a square for our front panel, and then again at 13.7 centimetres. And again, this will be a full square and then back on itself as well. So that's all our scoring today. So firstly, our base card. Here we have our base card that I have lightly scored. And we'll fold that one and then this one back on itself. So these lines, these edges line up here. And then the same with this piece. This is the front panel, and then the inside is going to be double back on itself again. Okay, so we have two kind of mini cards here, and that panel will sit on the front and be adhered to like so. Okay, first, so here is my base card folded back on itself, and we will start by decorating the inside. Firstly, we have an old olive panel from the Designer Series papers for the back and the front panel, and then we have one of the decorative bauble panels on the inside there. I'll adhere all of those down. Fast forward through this section. So there's the decoration on our first card. Now we'll move that out of the way and have the decoration for the second part. So my front panel will have the copper, the back panel will have the baubles, and the old olive in the centre. Now that we have our two sections here, I'm going to add some tape to the back edge of this one. I find working with the tear and tape is better because of the being able to have the wings, so you can be more manoeuvrable. This panel, I have the wings exposed, and I'm going to be laying this inside here to position this in the centre of the top to bottom of card, that side and this side. Press that down, and I can remove the rest of the wings. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then burnish that one down securely. Okay. When using a one-way design, you need to make sure that that design is still upright. And now on the remaining panel here, I only want to be going as far as halfway through there. So I'll put some more tear and tape halfway through the middle, just under halfway through the middle. And put 3 strips down. And then I have my take your pick tool. And there is our finished card mechanism. Next I'm going to be doing a marker to stamp technique using the holly from the Christmas Gleaming stamp set. So with my Stampin' Right markers, I will use the broad nib of the old olive, and I will be stroking the nib along the details of the leaves. I'm not touching the berries, just along the leaves, and using the pen nib flat, not pointing it down and damaging the nib. So that side is inked. We'll turn my stamp round and I'll work away from the berries again to colour all of those veins in. And I'll transfer over to my real red marker and come round to the berries. And doing the same with the berries, just with the broad tip until they are all coloured. Okay, I will stamp that image in the corner of my card and hold that down for a few seconds to give it time for the ink to transfer through to the paper. Okay, so I'll take those off the screen now. So next I have my Wink of Stella glitter brush, and I will release the liquid glimmer paint on the inside of this barrel, and I'll squeeze on the side of my card here. I'm just squeezing it gently to get some liquid down into the barrel so that the nib has got glitter. So here I'm going to take the ink, all of the Stampin' Up inks are water based, and therefore the image that I have stamped on here, I'm using the Wink of Stella glitter brush to waken up those ink pigments and colour that in, giving a lovely glittery effect. I will turn my card away from me and do the same for the second leaf, picking up the water-based ink from the image that's been stamped and just spreading that colour around whilst giving a nice green hue. I've wiped off my brush on the corner of the scrap card, and now I'm going to do the same with the berries. The red ink is much more powerful and therefore gives the berries a really nice colour. Okay, again wipe my brush at the end. I'll bring that up to the camera. Oops. And you can see the beautiful shimmer from the Wink of Stella brush. So I need to allow that to dry, and then I will be fussy cutting that. Next I have my old olive stamping pad. I will be stamping my sentiment. I'm using the greeting that says Merry Christmas. This is a solid block, so the image will be left neutral and all the block will stamp the outside of the greeting. It's not quite so clear up there. I'll just stamp another one. That's much better. Okay. Just cut these off the side here. I like to rough cut my images just to take away the excess card, and then I will be cutting with a slight border around the outside edges. Using a large pair of scissors, I have the whole length of the blade rather than going small scissors and snip, snip, snip and giving a jagged edge. Next I have 2 pieces of thick, very vanilla cardstock and my Pretty Peacock Stampin' Pad. I will be stamping one of the baubles in the Pretty Peacock. Tapping that gently. And stamping that image. And I'll be using my Old Olive Stampin' Pad again and stamping the smaller bauble. With these images, I'm going to be using my Wink of Stella pen again and colouring these in just before, like before. Images both have a punch, so the smaller image will be the smaller bauble, punching that nice and cleanly. And the larger image has the... If you find that you cannot get a small piece of card into a punch, take a length of tape and place it on the back of the image. Just turn that over like so, so that it doesn't get stuck on the inside of the punch. It just lengthens that handle so you've got some manoeuvrability in there. And there we go. So my images here are going to have 3-dimensional Stampin' pads on the back. The holly will be stuck flat on the berries and just need a mini dimensional on each of those leaves. Okay. Because of the colours in here, I do want to use this one. So I'm just going to tuck that one down behind, remove the pads from the back. Like so. And then the holly will be stuck on here, and then the pads will just be off the side there. Okay, so I'll put some liquid adhesive on here, remove those pads, some liquid adhesive on the bottom on the berries, like so. There we go. Holding my sentiment with my tweezers helps me to see the picture of my finished card and where I would like to place that. I move the position of these with each card. I did wonder whether to put that down there, but I quite like it coming through the middle there and just hanging off the end there. I'll place one mini dimensional here and pop some Tombow multi-purpose adhesive along the rest of the greeting and just slot that in there like so. And there's my finished card. I'll take the mat away, and that is my finished card. I have some braided linen trim here to tie a bow. So there is my bow. I'll place that just through the middle there by finding my mini glue dot and rolling it to make a little sausage, and that will just sit in the middle there like so. Okay, I'll use my large scissors to cut that, but these scissors are sharper for the twine and even the ends. And there is my finished card. Okay. And there is my finished project for today. I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial. If this is your first visit, then please click on the subscribe button below. And if you ring the bell too, you will be notified when I release future videos. My contact details will all be at the end of the video and in the description below. Please continue along your hop with the crafters video collaborations by clicking in the description below and find your next person to hop along to and see what inspiration they are sharing with you today. Thanks again for joining us today, and I hope to hear you. Thanks again for joining us today, and I hope to see you here again soon. Bye for now.